Grab the duct tape and mentally prepare yourself for yet another mind-expanding knowledge bomb from America's #1 business coach, Clay Clark.
That's it. Bombs away.
Yes, 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 and yes. And on today's show, we're going to talk about a subject that we haven't talked about enough on the show, and I don't know why. Probably because I'm a bad show host. So we're going to just work off the assumption I'm a bad show host. But it's something that it's a relationship or an approach to relationships that I think is unfortunately not common. It's called the win-win relationship. And so on today's show, what I wanted to do was to interview a guy who sold, at this point, Aaron Antis with ShawHomes.com. Have you been responsible for selling over $1 billion of homes at this point? It's got to be close.
I am just short of that, but I believe by the end of this year, yes, I will be over that mark.
$1 billion of home sales.
Correct.
And you make a commission every time you sell a home, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with this idea of the win-win. The win-win means that the person who buys the home or who buys the product, someone who buys a home from Shaw Homes, wins in terms of they get the home, their dream home that they've been looking for, and then Shaw Homes makes a profit.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the side of the business owner behaving badly for a second.
Okay.
And I'd like for you to explain to me in ways that you often see business owners taking advantage of customers. And then we're going to flip it and see how customers take advantage of business owners.
Okay.
And then we're going to explain how everybody out there should make a win-win.
Agreed.
All right? So let's go with this. A business owner. Let's say that a business owner who's a home builder, and you have a lot of great competitors. So I'm just talking about other home building people. Nobody in Tulsa, just other people.
Yeah.
What's a way that a home builder could take advantage of a customer and make a sell, but really put the relationship at a place where it goes to hell? I mean, what's a way where a home builder could make a sale, could make a quick close, but then they could really hose over their new buyer? Give me an example of a win-lose scenario where the home builder
Sure.
wins and the consumer loses.
Okay, well, this would be an example of a friend of mine who didn't know I was actually in the home building business. He was telling me a story one day at a kids' sporting event, and he said, yeah, we're getting ready to close on our home, and we had this builder building the home, and we went to contract at one price, and now about a week ago, he came to me with all of these change orders written up, and it was like $42,000 in change orders he wanted me to write a check for. And he had never told me I was being charged for all these things because he kept calling me and saying, hey, I could do this 2 different ways. We could do this or this. And he never explained to me that those were going to cost more until the very end. And then he told me if I didn't write him a check for $42,000, he was going to sue me. So this was a friend of mine who was going through the process. So just not being upfront with pricing, you know.
Now, again, whether it is a result of being forgetful, whether it's a result of being nefarious, intentionally harming somebody, whether it's a result of being inaccurate, it still upsets a customer. So I'm going to give everybody out there some homework, and we're going to go through the homework together, and then we're going to explain how Shaw Homes does this time and time again during the limited time we have today. Okay, so step 1, you want to build a script for how you're going to build rapport with your ideal and likely buyers. Okay, so build a script that has the rapport building aspect. You want to build rapport with your ideal and likely buyers and make a script for it. 2, you want to find the needs of your ideal and likely buyers. So build rapport, find their needs. Step 3, deliver benefits supported by facts. How can Shaw Homes solve a problem for you in a way that maybe no other home builder can or that few home builders can? What are unique ways that you can solve a problem for your ideal and likely buyers? And 4, you go for the call to action. That means it's time to decide what home you want to buy or when you want to buy a home and what date you want to start. And then 5, you want to script out the frequently asked questions. If you have a sales team, you want to be able to you want to make it common sense the answers to the frequently asked questions. You want it to be a thing where your entire sales team can all competently and confidently answer the frequently asked questions. So that's what we want to do. So at Shaw Homes, you guys build rapport. How do you build rapport at Shaw Homes?
Yeah, so when the customer first comes in, we, of course, greet them at the door, standing up. We're not on the phone. We give our name, ask for their name. We look for things that are commonalities. Like people will tell you who they are. They wear it on their sleeve, so to speak. They'll be wearing maybe a baseball hat that says, Denali National Park or something, and they're giving you a hint to something they've done that they enjoyed. So, you might ask them about the hat. Oh my gosh, Denali National Park. Oh, that's in Alaska, isn't it? What was that trip like? And then the customer starts telling you one of their favorite stories of a vacation they've taken, or maybe they have a license plate on the front of the vehicle that says, they're an OU fan, Oklahoma University. And so they, you bring that up when they walk in, and they love to talk about things they're interested in. So it immediately is finding a common ground to build relationship off of.
And I would say, if you're out there today, to take advantage of the wisdom that Aaron the knowledge bombs he just dropped, make sure you take the time to write out a script today. Write out a script, and I would recommend that you focus on FORE, a question for learn more about their family. Tell me about your family. Tell me about your occupation. Tell me what you do for fun or recreation. FORE, family, occupation, recreation. And what kind of stuff do you do for enjoyment or additional experiences? What kind of stuff do you do? Family, occupation, recreation, enjoyment. Script that out. Then you got to script out the needs. How many square footage are you looking for? 2-story, 1-story? What kind of neighborhood? What part of town? Aaron, why do you want to clarify all those things before you go into quote a price?
Well, because those things have great impact. You build a 1-story or a 2-story home, you end up in a totally different price category altogether. You definitely want to be, detailed about what the customer is looking for, and you want to show them something that meets their budget as well. So that's, where you get into just qualifying what it is they want.
So step one, you build that rapport needs, benefits close, but the rapport is the first step. You want to script out the questions, FORE, family. Tell me about your family. Tell me about your occupation, Mr. Consumer. Tell me, do we have a press conference by Trump starting?
Thank you.
I think we have a Trump conference that just started in the background. That's impressive. So tell me about your family. Tell me about your occupation. Tell me about what you do for fun, recreation. Tell me what you do for enjoyment. Tell me why you have a Donald Trump press conference playing in the background. You go over these kind of things. So family, occupation, recreation, enjoyment. You want to build a script for rapport. Then you want to find the needs. You want to have a detailed worksheet. And how many kind of things do you need to clarify at Shaw Homes before you can quote? I mean, is it 10 things, 100 things? How many things?
Yeah, so we need to know bedrooms, bathrooms, how many stories, how many car garage, what other rooms, basically their room count. What do they want to study? Do they want a formal dining room? We ask them if they currently rent or own. We also want to know what kind of monthly payment they want, as well as the total budget that they're looking for, so that we clarify, because a lot of people aren't paying cash. They're going to finance it. So
no way. A lot of people are using mortgages?
Yeah. And then also we need to know what the perfect month for them to move into the home is, because people have, a kind of a timeline for themselves, and so we need to help them work out that.
Are there sick freaks out there that want a big lawn?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are there real savage people that don't want a lawn?
Yes, that would usually be older folks who don't want to deal with that, or unmarried, the single guy. He doesn't want a lawn because he's too busy, chasing after finding a wife or something. So.
Do you have people that are friends or maybe brothers and sisters that buy from you who each want very different things?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we actually have built for one family, 6 members of their family all built at the same time.
What?
On the same street, and every single one of them wanted something different. So and they wanted to make sure they didn't have the same floor plan also.
So you're telling me that if you working via guesswork is dangerous.
Absolutely.
So you gotta make a script for building rapport.
Yep.
Script out the needs, find out what the customer needs, and then we go into benefits. Now, why do you want to take the time to make sure that every time a member of your sales team states how they can solve a problem, it is supported by a fact? Why do you want to take the time to make sure your team knows about the fact that Shaw Homes has been around for X number of years, and it's a fact? Why do you want to make sure your team knows about how many reviews you actually have on Google? Why is it important that your team actually knows what's in the warranty? Why can't they just make stuff up, as they so often do at used car dealerships?
Well, yeah, I mean, the home building world is a world where people sometimes have heard some horror stories about a builder. There's a builder here in town that ran off with a bunch of people's money. They don't know who we are from Adam, so we got to make sure we just establish the identity of the company and they know that we've got a long history in town, that we've got the best warranty in the state of Oklahoma. The fact that, the owner has won the Builder of Integrity Award 2015, 16, 17, 18, and 19. We are the most award-winning company in the state of Oklahoma. That all lends credibility, so they know they're not just giving money to a company that is going to run off with it,
I got to ask you this, because at Shaw Homes, you guys have had tremendous growth. You and I have had a chance to work with each other for the past 3.5 years or so.
Yeah.
You guys have grown from, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think from a $27 million business into an $81 million business in the past 3 years?
We were at $24 million.
$24 million.
The year before we started with you, which has actually been 4 years now.
4 years now, okay.
So, yeah.
And now and they did $81 million last year.
Yeah.
And even despite the coronavirus jackassery, the government choosing which industries are essential and which ones are not, despite that, you are on pace this year, I believe, to hit $100 million.
We are going to be way over $100 million.
How high is way over $1 million?
Well, we are currently on pace for, I looked at this actually this morning, we are on pace for $132 million this year.
Have I told you about my Will Work for Yeezys program?
Yes, you have mentioned this to me before.
Steve Currington, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
I don't know that Aaron's aware of the program. And we're talking about building a win-win relationship.
I can explain it like in a couple quick words.
Well,
basically is like, you've done well thanks to Clay. So
True.
buy him some freaking Yeezys, okay?
No, that's the
program.
No, listen. First
that
off,
sounds like extortion, Steve.
First off, what you do is you build rapport. Okay, so you have
my
5
bad.
questions about Aaron.
less
Tell me about your family. Okay, great. Tell me about your.
I think we've established the needs that he has for Yeezys.
Yeah. Now,
that
listen. Now, I want you to feel a little tug, and if you feel the tug, some could say that would be a manipulative sales guy. Some could say it's your spirit man. I wouldn't say it's your spirit man. Some would say that. I'm just saying there is a Bible verse totally taken out of context as it relates to the Will Work for Yeezys program. But and Devin, you can vouch for me on this, please.
Okay.
Have we not? We're not about just giving me Yeezys. It's a team effort, right?
That's
I mean,
true.
there's people
That's
on the
true.
team. So, Devin, what size shoe do you wear hypothetically?
Hypothetically, I would wear a size 10 in Yeezys.
Okay, so what happens is the Yeezys are a shoe that's made by Mr. Kanye West, the great philosopher and poet. And Acts 20:35, and Kanye switched over to the Christian team recently, so I'm going to quote this for Kanye's benefit. It reads, "In everything I did, I showed you that by this kind of hard work, we must help the weak, remembering the words the Lord Jesus himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive." So please put the camera on Devin's face, and Devin, look sad, look weak, look like you. Come on, put the bow. Nice, there it is. Look at that.
Oh,
look at
that's good.
Wow.
This is a coder. He's a happily married guy, but he doesn't feel fulfillment.
Hey, it's okay.
Okay, continue. So the Will Work for Yeezys program. This is how it works. And so far, the Multi-Clean has sent us some Yeezys. Great people that Multi-Clean, Kevin. Roy with the Garage has sent us some. Colton Dixon. A lot of people that were referred to us by Aaron Antis.
Whoa. So he kind of, in a way, has already got you Yeezys.
No. In a way, he's built a bigger debt.
Technically, I think I have Yeezys on credit at this point.
Now, let me explain
Steve.
how it works here. The Yeezys, you go up online. And, Devin, what size shoe do you wear again, hypothetically?
Hypothetically, it would be a 10.
And you
Yeezys.
go up there, and all you got to do now, this is where it gets complicated. And Steve, make sure you're tracking, because you're a mortgage professional, and you can help Aaron down the path. Okay?
Yes.
Aaron's just a very successful sales guy, marketing director.
Do I need a mortgage to get Yeezys?
So what you do
You
is
might.
you go online, and these are going to be about $350, because Kanye West makes a commission on these, and he is currently worth $1 billion. And Aaron, the only way to help Mr. Kanye West, who's switched teams recently, who might be helping a campaign for Trump-tastic, it looks like he just said 15 days ago he's 100% all in Trump-tastic.
I love it.
So think about this: if you bought a pair of these shoes, Kanye's going to make about $45. And then Aaron, what's going to happen is it says it's better to give than to receive. And so Devin would wear the guilt that you would feel, because you've been receiving a lot. You've been selling a lot of houses.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you might feel bad about these commission checks. And I know it. And I don't want you to feel bad. So you buy them. And that's the hard part, Steve, is the buying part. That's where you have to help them. It's
you
where
just go to StockX and
you have to actually hit the purchase button. And what size shoe? A 10.
A 10.
And you hit it, and then this is where it gets complicated. They come in, and then you have to wear them, Devin. And then you have to give Aaron shout-outs on the show, Shaw Homes. Now, Because we've had a lot of people, a lot of our listeners have bought Shaw Homes. I believe we've had several listeners buy a Shaw Homes house. And so, Aaron, then it's on you, Devin, at that point, because it's a win-win.
Okay.
You're like a sales professional.
Yeah.
That for like $300 a year can be, you now are like a hype man for Shaw.
Wow.
So people are like, how are you? And you say, I'm feeling really good in my Shaw Homes Yeezys. And they go, what Shaw Homes? And you go, oh, just the best home building company in Oklahoma. You see that?
I wouldn't be lying.
That's what happens. And our thing is right now we're trying to get shoes for everybody. So far, Andrew has the shoes.
Oh.
So far, Jason has the shoes.
Yeah.
John Kelly has the shoes.
His daughter even has the shoes.
His daughter has the shoes. Devin, do you have the shoes?
I don't have the shoes.
He doesn't have the shoes?
No shoes.
That's where, and I don't know why he doesn't have the shoes. He just doesn't have the shoes.
I don't have the shoes.
Okay, so let's talk about this. So the win-win
Hey,
relationship.
but maybe you haven't been blessed enough, Aaron.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
No, I'm just saying maybe you're lacking
but
in the
listen.
maybe you haven't received enough.
Now listen, if you're out there listening and
This
you
is
want
starting to make me feel uneasy.
Listen now, if you're out there, folks, listen, if you're
that
out
was
there
really
and
good.
you're saying, well, where do I mail these shoes? I, too, feel this guilt. You want to mail the shoes to 1100
Riverwalk Terrace.
Riverwalk Terrace, Jinx, Oklahoma, 74037.
What? Suite 100.
Suite 100.
Let's not get that
Oh,
confused.
Suite 100.
I don't want that to go to the wrong place.
Just make sure. And again, if you want to know the address, just email us, info@thrivetimeshow.com. Info@thrivetimeshow.com. So I want to make sure you get this. So step one of creating a win-win, you've got to build rapport from a sincere place. Step 2, you got to find the needs. Step 3, you got to deliver benefits. Step 4, you got to close the deal. Aaron, you eventually have to ask. You have not because you ask not.
True.
How many people in the past 7 days have said, yep, I want to buy a Shaw Homes in the last 7 days?
I believe 12.
And do you have to take a payment of some kind?
Yeah.
Why?
A $1,000 deposit.
Why?
Because it costs money to build homes, and the customer has to show some sort of level of commitment. So.
And Steve at stevecurrington.com, you do mortgages.
That's correct.
Consumers can choose whatever mortgage lender they want to use. They don't have to just use you because they work with Shaw Homes, but you are a preferred lender.
Yep.
stevecurrington.com, and then you make a commission if you help people get a mortgage, correct?
Yep. That's the only way I get paid.
It's a win-win.
It's by closing loans.
And if you irritate people and they don't come back, you don't make any more money the next time.
Yeah, or I get fired by Aaron.
This is
Because I didn't
interesting.
make
though.
someone happy.
So Napoleon Hill, as we wrap up today's show, Napoleon Hill said this. He said these words. He said, remember this, folks. He says, remember, render more service than you are paid for, and eventually you will be paid for more. No, I say. He says, remember to render more service than you are paid for. I got that. Render more service than you are paid for. And eventually you will be paid for more than the services you've rendered.
Which simplified is
You'll be
over-deliver and eventually you'll be overpaid.
Yeah.
Aaron, talk to me about this. Why can't you just sell it and then mail it in? Why do you have to wow the customer all the way to the close?
No, because, really, ultimately, the main focus of our company, per Mr. Shaw, where this comes from, is that we want to deliver the most outstanding customer experience of any home builder in Oklahoma. That is the number one focus of our company, because when we're a blessing to people, that it will come back to us in many ways. So we just try and be a blessing. We know that most people, when they're purchasing a home, there's some sort of major life transition they're going through, and it's usually a very big time in their life, something they're going to remember a lot, and it's a place where they're going to raise their family. So we got to be a blessing to them, and they'll in turn turn around and bring 5 other members of their family, like I just mentioned, and they'll all purchase.
So let's talk about this. There's a lot more details we can get into, but I want to make sure the listeners have all 5 steps. 1, create a script and script out the rapport, needs, and benefits section of your script. The rapport, the needs, the benefits, the call to action, and the frequently asked questions. There's 5 parts to your script. There's the rapport building portion of your script. There's the needs-based portion of your script. There's the benefits portion of your script. There's the call to action portion of your script. And you got to have the frequently asked questions portion of your script. And you want to make sure that the team actually uses the system. After you take the time to make the system, you got to make sure they use the system. So at Shaw Homes, you guys use clarity.com. That's clarityvoice.com, clarityvoice.com to record each and every customer service interaction via the phone, as well as you have cameras up to ensure the quality and the safety of all your potential customers.
Correct.
What kind of things do you learn, both good and bad, when you record the calls and you have cameras up in each and every home for the quality and safety of the customer experience.
Oh, I've got a great one here.
Here we go, baby. Here we go.
Yeah, so I did find out that one of my sales staff had some sort of a foot fungus thing going on, and they had taken off one of their shoes.
Come on.
And had their bare foot up on the desk, and they were picking at their feet, picking something from between their toes, while a customer was standing across on the other side of the desk from them that they were greeting for the first time. And then
that's sweet.
Right after they got done
that's
picking
COVID approved.
Whatever it was out of their toes, then they walked over and offered their hand to shake hands with the customer. So you find things out like that you would never know without a camera. I could have never imagined in my wildest dreams that would actually happen.
Yeah.
But it did happen.
And
I saved the video. It's kind of I've got the Hall of Shame videos going on some really incredible stuff.
Oh, and they're transparent, folks. So before you think Aaron's meanie, he's a meanie. He tells people, hey, look, we have cameras up for quality assurance. So, but again, you have to do it. You have to do it, folks, because again, the goal in business is to deliver a win-win. You want to wow your ideal and likely buyer systemically and scalably. You want to wow your ideal and likely buyer. If you're looking to buy a home, and I know you are. If you're looking to buy a home and you live in Oklahoma, and I know you are, go to shawhomes.com. That's shawhomes.com. You can schedule a model home tour. You can schedule a tour of multiple homes. You can do all that at shawhomes.com. If you're looking for a mortgage, and I know you are, Steve, what's your phone number? Do you have a phone number? Do you have a website? What do you want the listeners to do?
Yeah, you can call us at 918-254-LOAN. That's 254-5626. Or just Google Tulsa Mortgage. We're at the top everywhere.
Now, if you want to buy Devin Woolery some Yeezys and your name is Aaron Antis, if that's
I love it.
If that's you and you want to,
so good.
I'm looking into directly at you, Aaron Antis, whoever you are. If you want to buy a man by the name of Devin, I'm feeling, I am completely engaging in false, non-spiritual activities here.
So good.
I believe that there's a Devin Woolery out there who has a pain in his shoulder. No. He has a pain on his foot. No. He doesn't have a pain at all. He just wants shoes. Okay. He's out there, and he is sending a message to an Aaron Antis. And Aaron Antis is sitting back, and Devin saying, "No, listen, dude, this is weird. Don't submit to the pressure." and mentally, Aaron's saying, "I'm not." But then Devin's going, "Please, mentally," and Aaron's going, "Okay." And something has happened. There's been an exchange. It's a win-win, and I want to let it happen. I want it to soak in. And if you want to be part of this great gift exchange, where you send a pair of Yeezys to the Thrive Time show. And Devin, what size shoe do you wear? Devin?
Hypothetically, a 10.
There's other Devins out there, too, because we don't know. This is just an example. But sincerely, we've now derived 9 pairs of Yeezys from the Thrive Nation, which has paid Kanye West a commission. And we're happy for Kanye West because he's about ready to stump for Trump. He's going to stump for Trump. Kanye is going to stump for Trump.
There we go.
He's got 9 times about $45 commission per shoe. So you've helped Thrive Nation pay Mr. Kanye $405. Which is how you become a billionaire. He's now a billionaire in part because of your purchases. You might say, Clay, do you make a commission on this? No. You might say, well, why do you do it then? It's because I care about the win-win, the art of the deal. I care about all the Devin Woolerys and all the Aaron Antises having a mutually beneficial relationship. It's solid. Not in a weird way. It's solid. It's like a handshake back when people would shake hands, back before the COVID. Men used to shake the hands of other men. Men used to. It was a time where men would look at other men and shake hands. Aaron, do you remember that time when men would talk to other men in person?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Just buy him some Yeezys.
What color do you want, Devin?
Oh, Devin wears a 10. Get him the black ones. I just bid on them I bid on 3 pairs while you were doing that little thing.
Listen here.
He just wants some free stuff, okay?
I went to Oral Roberts University.
Waiting on his government check.
And I saw Richard Roberts work that phone line for like 30 minutes past. You were done. You were like, I'm done now. I'm not going to give today. And he's like, if you're watching right now, and your name's Carl, Bob, Hector, if your name is a letter in the alphabet and you feel a little nudge, just send me your shoes.
Is that where Shunda came from?
Shunda? No, that was a Carlton Pearson move there. But Devin, I think we've done what we had to do here.
Okay.
Wowza.
All right.
I don't know if I should feel guilty for that or
No.
You won't feel guilty when you put those Yeezys on. I can tell you that right now.
Baby. All right. Well, let's end this show with a boom. And Steve, you got a hot mic over there, so don't make sure you back up just a little bit there. By the way, you just got back from Vegas.
Yeah.
You're doing a rally in your Lamborghini to open up Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's right. Did a little protesto.
How did it go?
It was awesome. There was like 8,000 to 10,000 people there.
Oh man.
The Trump bus was there. The Trump
come
Lambo
on.
was there.
Woo!
Emma got interviewed by Channel 3 News.
Love it, dude.
She was driving the Lambo, and they were
Hey,
like,
send me the video if you can. I'd like to put it out there for the Thrive Nation to consume. It's powerful stuff.
okay, yeah.
If you're in a state right now that's not open, perhaps call your elected officials, point out this controversial document known as the Constitution, ask them if they've read the First Amendment recently, the right to peaceably assemble. Aaron, do you think all the cities and states should be open, or do you think we should hide from the coronavirus until the economy dies?
No, I think we should all be open, and
Okay.
I think this is just silly jackassery.
What do you think about hiding from Hillary until she dies? that might be a better thing.
All right. And now, without any further ado, here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Boom.
Why does this still keep happening to me? I don't know whose prayer I'm breaking into, but I'm breaking into somebody's prayer saying, Lord, why do I keep going through the same things over and over again? And the Lord sent me here to tell you the problem is with your default. Until you change your default, you will always go back to being who you were before because you have never changed your mind. You change your friends, you change your address, you change your phone number, you change the songs you sing, you changed everything else, but you didn't change your mind. There is nothing as powerful as a changed mind.
Boom! Nothing as powerful as a changed mind. Boom! Better get yours, cause I'ma take mine. Boom! Leave them where they got if they ain't ready. Used to have a lot of homies, now they dropping like a belly. I'm like, boom! We taking over, it's our time now. Boom! Oh, you ain't know, we about to thrive now. Big, overwhelming, optimistic, momentum, A-place. Hey, back, let me get them. Go get them then. Hurdle every obstacle, trying to do the impossible. Turned my whole life around, haters thought it was comical. Had to make some moves, didn't need to seem logical. Quarterback to play, man, I had to call it audible. Drop back, stop that. Rearrange or switch it up. Only got one life to live, it's best that you go live it up. Failure ain't an option, ain't no way that I can give it up. Hey, knowledge, gon' pick it up. Nothing like your posse, look poppy, you cannot top me. They watch me and try to copy like Rocky, you cannot stop me. Hungrier than ever, we grinding all through the weather. We shining because we better get with us, leave out our cheddar. Once I change my mind, dog, trust me, ain't no going back. Coming for that top spot, I'm feeling like they owe me that. Time for us to level up, I feel like we've been holding back. Throw your hands up, say it with me if you know it, Dad. Boom! Nothing as powerful as a changed mind. Boom! Better get yours, cause I'ma take mine. Boom! Leave them where they got if they ain't ready. Used to have a lot of homies, now they dropping like a belly. I'm like, boom! We taking over, it's our time now. Boom! Oh, you ain't know, we about to thrive now. Big, overwhelming, optimistic, momentum, A-place. Hey, back, let me get them. Yeah. Came a long way from where I used to be. Don't even see life the way I used to see it. Old habits die hard, but you gotta leave them. If they ain't riding like a Harley, then you don't need them. You're cheering and you're clapping, I don't need that. Fake friends treat them like Fat Joe, make them lean back. Excitement, no vision, makes you blind, I can see that. Anything I think up in my mind, I can achieve that. I can make a million if I want to. I'ma keep it real cause I want to. Other women try to holler, girl, I want you. And disrespecting wifey's what I won't do. Gon' do your dance, gon' do your dance. If you really wanna change, gotta have a plan. Even when they sit down, I'ma take a stand. Throw your hands up, say it with me if you know it, man.
Beliefs become your thoughts become your actions. So be intentional about where your passion is focused. There's no hocus pocus. We only live once, man, and you know this. You can't press the rewind, but you can make a beeline to the next level like you're headed for the tree line. I was born in Minnesota, moved to Oklahoma, incorporated both into my rhymes. Now it's time to show you how a former stuttering student can turn out the raps with a lyrical miracle flow in the cash to match. Yeah, I'm imported, a Minnesota refugee, but I'm consistent as can be as I rap on hip-hop beats, bringing rappers and tax. Even though that I'm wise, I can play that funky music, but I ain't vanilla ice. Here we go, here we go, here we go, full steam. 3, 2, 1, dynamite on the scene.
Boom! Nothing as powerful as a changed mind. Boom! Better get yours, cause I'ma take mine. Boom! Leave them where they got if they ain't ready. Used to have a lot of homies, now they dropping like a belly. I'm like, boom! We taking over, it's our time now. Boom! Oh, you ain't know, we about to thrive now. Big, overwhelming, optimistic, momentum. Boom!
And the Lord sent me here to tell you The problem is with your default. Until you change your default, you will always go back to being who you were before because you have never changed your mind. You change your friends, you change your address, you change your phone number, you change the songs you sing, you changed everything else, but you didn't change your mind. There is nothing as powerful as a changed mind.
Hear the rest of T.D. Jakes' incredible, life-changing, and mind-altering sermon, Nothing as Powerful as a Changed Mind Today, by looking up T.D. Jakes on YouTube and typing in Nothing as Powerful as a Changed Mind.
You're getting ready to flow. I feel the glory.
That is a Lyrical Miracle Rap